anywhere. So, because I almost knocked your house down. But anyway, there's been a lot of growth that has taken place in the Wilson household, physically, literally, spiritually. And they have recorded all of the physical growth of all the kids and grandkids on a post in a beam in the basement. It's all on there. And, well, it's a pretty strong house, I thought. So I find out that they're going to the airport to pick up Tiffany, and I text Tyler and I say, bring a saw. Meet me at Dan Gloria's house. And we go in, and I could have done a better job if I had just grabbed a beaver by the tail out of the lake and went at it. Because the saw, I destroyed Kurt's saw in the first 6 inches. Sparks, fires, flames coming out of the saw. Tyler and Lorna were a great help. They stood there and laughed and took pictures. And anyway, long story short, trip to the rental place barely before they closed to get another saw.
My sawzall was there.
Your sawzall's broken. The one at the rental place worked great, though. I'll tell you about that later. So, anyway, we hacked away at the beam, and here it is. The record of all the heights of all kinds of people and all kinds of interesting little So long, Shorty. And yeah, there's...
I've been drinking my milk.
Yes, I've been drinking my milk, and yeah, the real dad, I don't know what that's all about. Fred, whoever Fred is. Okay, I've been drinking milk. Yeah, see you later, Mom. So, we're going to actually get this framed because it's cracked. I mean, the whole beam, it's an old beam, and it was already cracked. But we left enough of the beam to hold up the house. And then we got the bright idea to use some volleyball yard line paint to paint the beam where we had cut it so you wouldn't notice. And then I had to stay for an hour airing out your basement because of the paint. And we kept checking the traffic map because we knew you were coming from the airport. And it was horrible traffic. Yeah, so I knew I had time. I was doing the math. So there you go. Yes, you can.
I was just in the basement 2 days ago, and I was really sad when I looked at that, and I thought, oh, and then you did that. That's so neat. Thank you.
Okay, don't go anywhere. So I'd like the 2 board members that are here tonight, Paul and Dale, come on up. And one of the ways... I'm sorry, John and Paul. I always confuse you two. Well, they're just 2 cool guys that live on the lake and do windsurfing and that kind of stuff. And yeah, yes, Paul's there. So, as an expression of their gratitude, many of them wanted to get you something special, and of course, that most special gift at this point is cash. And so we want to present you with this and let you know that over $5,000 has been given to express gratitude and thanks to you. Dan's not a hugger. I should hug him and give him a kiss. So thank you very much. I know you don't like the limelight, so you can, unless you want to say something. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I asked Lori, do you want to say anything? No, and then she had, let me say something. Yeah.
No, that was before I came up. I said, "You want to say anything?" No, but she did. It's hard to know what to say to really let you know how grateful we are. I remember before I came to this church, at a pastor's conference, Chuck Swindoll said, "If you can find a church where the people know how to love their pastor, stay there." Pastor Jay, where are you? Yeah. Jay, some of the things you shared, I got to tell you, I can't relate to. I know you can. And I got to credit that to the support that I felt the 30 years that I've been here, the whole time, including when you and Kathy were there, and the support we had there. Doesn't mean there haven't been some tough times and discouragement, but my goodness, the support that we have had, and the love and the care. And we found a church that knows how to love their pastor. And we thank you for that. Part of that support is some of the men that have served with me on pastoral staff. And I'm going to ask some of them, because some of you are newer to the church. You don't know these guys and their wives. Lonnie Jacobson, where are you? Lonnie and Bobby, would you stand? How many of you have no clue who they are? That's a good sign that things have grown. Lonnie and Bobby came to our church. Lonnie was working in a maintenance job, had been a pastor over in the Seattle, Kent area, something like that. And we couldn't afford a full-time pastor, but we could afford a part-time one. And Lonnie graciously came on staff part-time as the church grew and the finances grew. And Lonnie is much younger than me. How many months? 3 months. And we work together hand in hand. And thank you for your support and partnership, Lonnie and Bobby, in ministry. After they left our church, they left for him to become the church with a really good name, Faith Baptist Church up in Sequim. How many years have you been there now?
19 years.
19 years. Thank you, Lonnie and Bobby. Of course, Jay and Kathy, which were already mentioned. My favorite memory of Jay is when he threw a rock or something at a hornet's nest. All I remember is Jay running past our window. Did you run into the water?
I don't remember, but I ran somewhere.
You ran somewhere. Because they lived in the rental house. And back then you weren't middle-aged yet. Yeah, no, and I'm not middle-aged either. Yeah. And then Charlie and Mariah, would you stand? Or are they out watching the kids? Charlie's right there. But this is one of the joys of ministry, to watch young people that are... how old are you now, Charlie?
38.
Okay, so he was 8 years old when I first met him, and Mariah was even younger. And it was so much fun to see them grow up. Mariah, do you remember when you asked me, I can't see marrying him. He's so, I don't remember what. You guys are just so different. Do you remember that? Yes. And I basically said, well, then don't marry him. And you didn't listen to me. So, but what a joy to watch them grow up and have the support and encouragement. And it was so much fun when Charlie was on staff part-time. And I got to tell one story about Mariah. When Charlie, he's an academician, I'm not. so much fun to have somebody that I could go to with Greek or Hebrew questions and say, what about this? Or theological questions. He's one of those guys that loves to read, and he remembers it. Yeah. Yeah. So thank you, Charlie. Appreciate it so much. But I just got to say one thing about Mariah. Mariah, I don't know if you even know this. I remember you were quite a stinker. Yes, and that's well documented. But Mariah, I don't you think that's when you came to know the Lord? There was true repentance? And I remember Tim came home from college and said, "Is that Mariah?" Yeah, she looks so different. It was the countenance of one who was right with God, and what a joy it's been to see that. And then, one of my favorite things to see is people grow and mature and blossom in ministry and be a part of ministry, and boy, that's been so true with Steve. Where's Steve? Is he behind me? Yeah. And can you believe the music we just had tonight? I not only need people who can help me with Greek and Hebrew, like Charlie could. I always need somebody that can help me with technical things that I don't understand. But I've never wanted a choir director or a worship leader who was everything. I wanted a pastor who could equip the saints to do the work of the ministry. Musicians, don't you think that's what Pastor Steve has done? Equipped you to do your work. And Steve, you've been a real support and encouragement so that, yes, there's been those days where it's been discouraging. Yes, there's been those times when we just so felt burnt out in that. But I can honestly say in 30 years of ministry, I never really felt like I've had it with the ministry. I'm given up. And I want to thank all of you for that kind of support and encouragement that has allowed Gloria and I to be a part of all of that. My wife is reminding me of what I forget. I know, I heard you. Aren't you going to miss her? And I meant to say that, Lorna. We have seen you grow a lot. I hope you have seen it in yourself and are encouraged with the growth and the support you've given not only to your husband but to your family and to many others. And I still can't believe you're a grandmother, but I see the evidence running around. And so, again, it's hard to know, how do you say thank you? I think you know our heart. We feel very privileged that God brought us to a church that was a good fit for us. And so thank you, and thank you for the support shown here tonight.
He did that on purpose while I was standing down a step.